Live. Welcome back to another edition of the Euro Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we got a full baseball slate. We got two WNBA games at the end of the slate to go over as well. So it should be a good show today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. I had a massive card yesterday. I originally had 18 plays that went down to 16, with Yu Darvish getting scratched and the Padres run line voiding, and so did the Pirates over 9, which voided, which kind of sucked because that was my free pick video I did the night before. So my free pick video voided. Sorry guys for those who played it, and did not list action on Yu Darvish. The Orioles are a useless baseball team. First 5 -0.5, full game -1, both lose. The Mets, though, I mean, why was David Peterson -140, -145? That makes no sense. This guy sucks. Mets first 5 -0.5 winner, Mets full game -1 winner. We answered the questions there. The guy went out there, threw 110 pitches, struck out, I think, 5 batters, didn't give up a single run in 6 innings pitched. Welcome back, Meatball. He's probably going to be back in Syracuse next in a day or two.
I don't know if he will.
I think they were just bringing him up for a spot start, though. That's the problem. But Red Sox first 5 -130 was a loser. Houston, St. Louis first 5 under 4.5. Ouch. Bottom of the 5th. The Cardinals scored twice, and no, did they score twice? No, they only scored once. Or they scored once that killed the under. They needed 1 run to kill the under, and that's what they did. They ended up winning the game 4-2. So first 5 under 4.5 loser there. Braves team total over was a winner, but the full game over, it was 6-2 in the 4th inning. 0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was torture. Phillies first 5 winner, Phillies full game winner. If you guys saw my free pick video, one of my free pick videos last night, we're right back on the Phillies today. Cleveland first 5 pushed. Colorado, LA first 5 under 6.5 was a winner. Thread the needle on this one, Tim. Oakland first 5 winner. Oakland, New York first 5 under 4 winner. Oakland wins the first 5 2-1.
There you go.
And then absolute donations with the Rays first 5 in full game. I'm probably going to go back to them today, though. 8-7-1 up 0.17 units in the MLB. WNBA 2-0 up 1 unit, half units each. New York, Connecticut over 166.5 was a winner. Phoenix, Dallas under 168 was a winner. Perfect 2-2. The WNBA actually continues there for me. 10-7-1 over under or overall yesterday. Up 1.17 units, 177, 154, and 24 in the month of June, up 10.48 units. So overall, hoping to continue the good times here.
It was not as good on the site yesterday, but it is what it is. Down 3.85 units. Connecticut and the over I split on, so that it is what it is there. San Diego, we had the run line, but once again we expected Darvish, not whoever else was pitching for him. So that was kind of annoying. We had Red Sox, which wasn't even close. Mets run line winner. Braves run line winner. The over in the Braves game loser. Under in the Cardinals game winner. Houston loser. Houston money line loser. The under. I went 1-4 in the WNBA yesterday. It was not fun. Philly winner. Cleveland run line. Freaking Gavin Williams. 7 strong innings of 1-run baseball. Of course, couldn't get the win because the hitting's pathetic on Cleveland. Whatever. Should have just taken the under. I think we just take unders and Gavin starts from now on. White Sox loser, A's winner, and then a double loser in that Phoenix-Dallas game. Dallas finally wins a game, so be it. Whatever. And that was the entire card yesterday, down 3.85 8.5 units. We're not going to have a profitable June. We're down 13. So it started off so good, and then it just completely fell apart. Hopefully, we can start making back soon.
Yeah. But you'll head over to the chat. Then we can get into some baseball today, Sam.
Let's do it. Good morning. Haven't played in 2 days. There you go. Coming back with a winning day after that break. Nice. WNBA lines look off. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Them A's. Yes, the A's. Pirates. No, we were not on the Pirates yesterday. Fernando. Morning, boys. Got an appointment this morning, but I'll post my picks, comments once I get back. 8 for 11 yesterday. There you go. Can't complain. That sounds like a winning day to me. 16 or 17 picks later, ended up 2 units. Hey, profit's profit. Up 10 units yesterday. The Braves, same game parlay. I put 2 units on. The odds were 8 or plus 700. There you go. Anyone likes the Sparks? Dog money? Yep. Marlins, same game parlay 2. Few singles, but lost 3 singles in parlay. It happens. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Okay. I got to go, but as a heavy tip for player props today, the Braves game is going to be a slugfest from both sides. Take the over Acuna, Azuña, Harris, and Albies to get a hit. Sky and Sparks going 2 totally different directions. That's correct. Let's go ahead and jump into some games, Nick.
Yeah. We'll get started here with the game starting in about an hour and a half. 12:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Minnesota Twins and the Atlanta Braves. The Braves minus 155 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. As we have the Braves opened up at 161. It's actually down to a 151 now. So a 10-cent line movement towards the Minnesota Twins. Line opened up at a 9.5 at even money. It's now a 10 at minus 113. So it's moved up a half a run and more than a half a run because of the juice there as well. 72% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved towards the over. We have 76% of the tickets and 84% of the cash is on the Braves, and the line's moved towards the Twins. So that's kind of interesting there. And I'm assuming maybe the line's moving towards the Twins, even though all the money's on the Braves, is because Kenta Maeda could pitch well today. I think he's only pitched once since coming off the IL, but he had a nice start. He didn't give up a run. Let me just grab his stat line because I think he only pitched the one game, if I'm not mistaken. Since April 26th, he pitched last game against the Tigers. 5 innings pitched, no earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts against the Tigers. And I think he can potentially pitch well again today. He'll be going up against Colby Allard, who hasn't pitched in the last 30 days and is making his season debut. Last year in Texas, he pitched 21 innings. He gave up 17 runs on 21 hits with a 7.29 ERA. So he definitely was not any pitcher to give you any type of confidence here. I do think this is a step up in pitching, the pitching matchup here for Kenta Maeda from last start. Let me make sure these are lefty numbers for Minnesota because these are lefty numbers for Minnesota. Where was it? 96 versus 17. Sounds about right. 83. Was that their numbers versus righties that I have there? Actually, their numbers versus lefties are worse. Yep, their numbers versus lefties are worse than righties. 83 WRC. Nope. 84 WRC plus, which is 22nd. So big hitting advantage going towards the Atlanta Braves. The question is, do you want to trust Colby Allard? I do think we can see Allard get hit a little bit here, and we can see Maeda both get hit here. This game kind of points towards an over. Let me take a look at the ballpark pal. Truist Park plus 2% runs. It is a 10, but I think that I think we could play an over here in this spot. I kind of like the over, and it is a 10 at minus 113. So early game, let's play the over 10.
I mean, this Braves offense is insane. Well, they didn't really help out yesterday, but normally this Braves offense is pretty freaking strong. So yeah, you get Kenta Maeda, who's pitched one? You said once this year. Yeah, I'm not too no. Oh, he pitched
once in the last 30 days. That's what I said. Once in the last 30 days.
Yep. Because he pitched 4 times in April.
Yes.
Which kind of means nothing at this point.
Yes.
And then on the opposite side, Kobe Allard. Yeah, I don't trust Kobe Allard. First start of the year, he pitched in Texas, a 7+ ERA in Texas last year, so that's not particularly good. Yeah, I'll jump on the over with you over the what is it, 10?
Yeah.
10 for the early game.
Yep.
Minus 113.
Correct.
Back to the chat. Maybe even have the Braves with the over as well. But
I was leaning Twins, honestly. But no play on the side there. Where did we leave off?
I don't remember.
Sorry for the spelling in the waiting room, and some old lady was giving me crap for being on my phone. Lady doesn't get sports, though. Unbelievable. Braves money line. Good luck. Guy had a Karen encounter. Yes. All right, you're being weird. Pay the worst. Yeah. Not playing this game. Fair. All righty. It's Patrick Corbin Day. On the road. -2. The Mariners are -240. Total 8.5 in this game. I would like to get involved with the Mariners here. We'll get into it. Line opened up at -245, though. It's -240. Line opened up at an 8, though. It's up to an 8.5. So the line's moved up a half a run, and it's moved 5 cents towards the Nationals. We have 92% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the Mariners. So 8% of the tickets, 31% of the cash is on the Nationals. Sharp money coming on Washington and Patrick Corbin. And 84% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the over in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for this spot here. We have Logan Gilbert and Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin, 6.33 ERA, 2.04 WHIP, 5.67 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 5 walks per nine, a 3.70 BABIP, a 6.68 FIP, and a 5.87 SIERA. Gilbert, 5.13 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 6.84 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 2.39 walks per nine, a 2.53 BABIP, a 5.62 FIP, and a 4.79 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners. 4.19 FIP, 3.5 SIERA compared to 4.96 and 4.82. 101 WRC plus for the Mariners against lefties, which is 7th in baseball. 88, which is 24th in baseball for the Nationals against righties. For me, I think this total is a little low. At 8.5, I think there's some value here with this over. Patrick Corbin's definitely not somebody I trust. You can also get a team total over 4.5 for the Mariners here at -135. I don't hate that look at all either, but I do like the full game over 8.5 here, expecting Patrick Corbin to get hit, and I can see the Nationals scoring some runs here as well. So I'm on the over 8.5 here at even money for Mariners and Nationals.
Yeah, I already gave that out last night. I'm balling out. Happy Patrick Corbin Day, especially on the road. I believe his home road splits are just like not really night and day because he sucks on both. 6.34 ERA on the road compared to a 4.56 at home. So at least he's a little bit better at home. On the road, he's not going to have a good game today. Logan Gilbert he's been okay this year. Nothing crazy. A 4.07 ERA. I think he gives up a couple of runs as well. Yeah, happy Patrick Corbin Day. That's all you got to know for this one. We'll take the over with Corbin.
Yes.
That's all. Yeah.
All right. Back to the chat. Love in Seattle today. I kind of was leaning Seattle. Guys, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Mariners money line. That's juicy. I need a Kool-Aid Man clip. Oh, yeah. Minus 250 for the Mariners money line. Bet minus 2 Mariners is what I'm hearing. And what's up, Docs? What's good? Yeah, I would lean towards the Mariners blowing them out. We'll move on, though. Padres and the Pirates. Padres minus 155 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Blake Snell and Mitch Keller. Line opened up at 155. It's up to a 159, so a 4-cent line movement towards San Diego. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 105. It's now an 8, minus 122, so it's moved down half a run as well. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this spot here. 74% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is coming on the under. Line moved towards the under. 45% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the Pirates, and they're showing no fear about that because they're moving the line towards the Padres, even though 75% of the cash is on the Pirates. You look at the ballpark, pal, plus 11% runs for this one, plus 20% doubles, plus 2% singles, plus 0% on home runs. So it's not a more home run friendly ballpark today, but it's you're going to see a lot of hits today from there. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, which I think really favors San Diego. We have Mitch Keller and Blake Snell. Blake Snell has been phenomenal the last 30 days. A .929 ERA, a .71 WHIP, 14.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 44%, a 2.61 2.61 walks per nine, a 231 BABIP, a 143 FIP, and a 2.16 SIERA. He's been insane. On the flip side, Mitch Keller, 4.45 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 2.97 walks per nine, a 314 BABIP, a 389 FIP, and a 4.08 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Padres, 3.89 FIP, 4.28 SIERA. Compared to 5.97 and 5.19, and 106 WRC plus versus righties, which is 11th compared to the Pirates, who don't really hit lefties, 84 WRC plus, which is 22nd in baseball. I think today's matchup screams Padres. And I know Padres have not been good as of late, but I'm looking to double down on the Padres here. I think this is an absolute Padres smash spot. I want to take a look what the -1 line would be. It's minus 159 and plus 102, which would be minus 128 for the -1 line. I'm looking at taking the Padres minus a half first 5, -1 full game.
Yeah, I'm on the Padres too. That's another one that I gave out last night. Blake Snell, and it's still a Pirates team that's constantly losing games. So I'm not hung up on the on all that. You get Blake Snell, who's been 2 earned runs his last 6 starts.
He's been good.
He's been phenomenal against a team that has lost 19 out of 22 or something like that. Good job, Pirates. He won another one yesterday.
Prove it to me again.
Prove it to me again. I'll go ahead and grab the San Diego Padres with you.
Sounds good. I'm tracking it now. It was, for me, first 5, minus a half, minus 110, full game, -1, -128. Padres.
Sounds good. Back to the chat.
Yup. A's had to get smacked. Rockies. Yeah, Rockies was there's a reason I stayed off the Rockies yesterday, and I told you guys yesterday they don't hit left-handed pitching. They don't. That's why you stay off them against lefties. That's why I like the under, and they didn't score a run. Natties yesterday. There you go. Damn Yankees. How much he had them Yankees ruin our parlay. I mean, the Yankees were only minus 130 versus the A's. There's no way anything was going to go wrong there. I was going to switch to the A's. Yeah, But we'll move on here. This one is an interesting one. This one cost me some money yesterday. Baltimore, minus 170 favorites, total 9.5 against the Cincinnati Reds. Let's grab this line history between Luke Weaver and Kyle Gibson. Line opened up at a 159 for the Orioles. It's now a 161. It's moved 2 cents towards Baltimore. Line opened up at a 9.5 minus 110. It's still a 9.5 at minus 110. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. And 45% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the Reds. And the line's moving towards the Orioles. That's interesting. 86% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over. The line's not moving towards the over. It stayed put. 11% runs, 20%, 20% home runs. This is the third best hitting, or tied for the third best. There are 3 ballparks today at a plus 11%, and there's one at plus 26%. No surprise that plus 26%. Coors Field. But yeah, they're one of 3 ballparks. We've already discussed PNC. Oriole Park is the second one. Fenway, when we talk about that in a few games. Psych. Never mind. There's no line for the Fenway game. That's the other one there. But this is a spot for me. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup, and then we'll fully dive deep into this. I'm going all over the place here.
Yes,
Luke Weaver has been horrible. 9.27 ERA, 1.97 WHIP, 6.45 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%. 3.63 strikeouts walks per 9, which and a 375 BABIP, a 595 FIP, and a 5.4 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Gibson, 5.54 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 8.65 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 2.77 walks per 9, a 338 BABIP, a 3.38 FIP, and a 4.27 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Orioles, 4.5 FIP, 4.5 SIERA compared to 5.49 and 4.91 for the Reds. Reds do have the slight hitting advantage here, 116 WRC plus, which is 6th compared to 111 for the Orioles, which is 9th. And I got burned with the Orioles yesterday, but I have a feeling I'm going back to them today here because I said this, and the line's telling me that this is a true statement as well. There's going to be value fading this Baltimore Orioles team. Value fading the Cincinnati Reds team going forward. And we're getting minus 115 on the minus half first 5. It's minus 161 and plus 124 for the full game. So we're getting minus 117 on the full game, minus 1. So Orioles first 5, minus a half at minus 115. Baltimore full game, minus 1, minus 124. I'm doubling down on the Orioles again.
Well, the only reason why I was off the Orioles yesterday was because of Andrew Abbott, who's been phenomenal for Cincinnati.
This is the polar opposite here.
Yeah, this is not Luke Weaver is not a guy I'm going to go trust.
I'm shocked he's still a major league pitcher. Sorry.
I mean, as crazy as it sounds, the Reds have won his last 5 starts.
Stupid.
Allowing 5, 5, 3, 7, and 3. So
Baltimore team total. Got it.
Maybe an over in this game too. But I kind of like Kyle Gibson.
The line movement kind of kicked me off the over. Sorry.
Although he's allowed 5, 3, 3, 2, 3 in his last 5 starts. So not anything I want to go crazy with, but I would go. I'm gonna jump on the Orioles with you, and we'll grab run line plus 117.
Yeah, it was 124, right, for the full game. No, it was 117. It was 117 for the full game. I'm tracking it on my. That's damn. Minus 117 full game, minus 1. So 2 straight minus halves, minus 1s, double ups for me. All right. First 5 under in the Padres. I could see Blake Snell shutting them down. Probably going to take the Royals for my $100 bet of the week. Good luck. Orioles money line. You got to lay a run line or a -1. Backing my favorite team. Backing my favorite team in the MLB, the Orioles. Yeah. Don't tell me the Rangers are regressing a little. I think they are. They are. But we'll move on here. Next matchup. The matchup that I really liked yesterday. And I remember saying when I made the play on the Mets' first 5 full game, the last time I made the Mets on a first 5 full game, they won that game 11-1. I know my Mets.
Yep.
I do know my Mets. Let's get into today's games. -135 for the Mets, total of 8.5 in this spot between Kodai Senga and Wade Miley. Let's take a look. This line opened up at -135 for the Mets. It did get up to a 145, but it's at a 137. It's moved 2 cents towards the Mets since the opening line. Line opened up at a 9. It's now down to an 8.5, so it's moved down a half a run. But when it did open up at a 9, it was even money towards the over. It was juiced towards the under. Now it's still juiced towards the over. So not a complete half run line movement for the total here, but it's moved slightly down towards the under. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, see if it backs it up. 51% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Mets, and the line's moved a couple cents towards the Mets. 73% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved towards the under. Not enough with 98% of the cash on it. Looking at ballpark, pals, City Field, -1% runs, but plus 11% home runs. So maybe you might be able to see some home runs today. I don't know about runs. Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, Vogelbach, maybe look towards them. But yeah, Bogey. That was fun last night, that home run. But let's get into the pitching matchup here. Wade Miley, I believe he's made 1 start since returning, or 2 starts. He's been good since returning off the IL. He's made 2 starts, and he is yet to give up a run in either of them. He gave up no earned runs on 3 hits and 6 innings pitched against the Guardians, no earned runs and 2 hits against the Pirates. He has a 0 ERA, 0.64 whip, 5.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.64 walks per 9, a 172 BABIP, a 254 FIP, and a 4.18 SIERA. On the flip side, Kodai Senga has been awesome too. This is the Mets ace right here. 2.83 ERA, 1.05 whip, 10.05 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 4.08 walks per 9, but a 200 BABIP, a 386 FIP, and a 4.17 SIERA. We all know that Kodai Senga has some decent home road splits as well. At home, he is a much better pitcher. At home, he's 3-2 with a 2.52 ERA. On the road, he's 3-3 with a 4.58 ERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Brewers in this spot here. 4.4 FIP, 4.3 SIERA compared to 5.25 and 5.12 for the Mets. Mets have the hitting advantage by far. 97 WRC plus versus left-handed pitching, which is 18th. Compared to the Brewers, who have a 72 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, which is dead last in the National League, or in the MLB, my bad, the last 30 days versus right-handed pitching. I want to just isolate for Kodai Senga. I don't trust this Mets bullpen still. This is not a Mets bullpen I trust, but I will trust Kodai here in the first 5 innings at -135. Mets first 5 money line here for me.
He does have good home run splits, which is kind of something I've been looking for. I don't know if I could trust the Mets again. Good job. They won a game yesterday. They're still 7 games under 500. They're still a team that I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see what I can do with it. I'm probably just going to stay away from this game. I'll watch it. I'll root for the Mets and everything, but I'm just going to pass for right now. I do not trust the Mets at the moment to go after them for a second straight day. So right now, Nick, I'm going to lay off of it. Maybe if they start winning a couple more games, I could start looking at them if they're on a little bit of a streak. 1 game's not enough for me, so we'll hold off for right now.
Fair. So you're telling me the World Series run is not back on for the Mets after last night?
No, not even close. Not even
Fair.
close.
Back to the chat.
Yep. Sorry. Where did we leave off?
Stuff.
Where did we leave off?
I'm seeing 4. That one.
Laughing. Brewers. Have fun. Fernando, why do you love Brewers so much? I don't know. Song, strikeout, props, over 6.5 plus money. Senga? Okay. Thinking Brewers, but I still have a lot of work. Been busy this morning. That's fair. We'll head to this game, which I got majorly wrong yesterday.
No, not majorly wrong yesterday. I mean, we still hit the under in the game. Well, the full game under hit, but the first 5 didn't. Cardinals minus 115 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Christian Javier and Miles Michaelis. Line opened up at minus 109 for the Astros. It's now minus 118 for the Cardinals. Lines moved 17 cents towards the Redbirds here. Line opened up at an 8.5 even money. It's up to an 8.5 minus 116. So the lines moved towards the over as well. And I'm staring at this over as well. Let's take a look here. We have 63% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the under in this game. And the lines move towards the over since the opening line. 79% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on the Astros. And the lines move 17 cents towards the Cardinals. All this is adding up to, I feel really good about the free pick I gave last night. The line's moving towards the Cardinals. The money's coming in on the Astros. Let's get into the pitching matchup here for this one. Michaelis and Javier. Javier has not been very good. 3.7 ERA, 1.52 whip is fine. 4.81 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%. 4.07 walks per 9. A 313 BABIP, a 421 FIP, and a slate worst 6.45 Sierra. On the flip side, Miles Michaelis on 4.22 ERA, 1.28 whip, 5.06 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%. 1.41 walks per 9, a 315 BABIP, a 371 FIP, and a 5 Sierra. Still not very good. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Cardinals here in this one, 4.09 FIP. 3.43 Sierra compared to 4.39 and 3.73. Hitting advantage goes towards the Cardinals, 107 WRC plus, which is 10th versus righties, compared to 105 for the Astros, which is 12th. So not a huge advantage for the Cardinals, but still an advantage nevertheless. Let's take a look at the hitting conditions. Busch Stadium minus 6% today. Runs, get the lines moving up. I like the over a little bit in this game. I think I'm going to pump the brakes on the over, though, because it did get up to a 9 and it came back down to an 8.5. It still moved since the opening line. I'm kind of interested in the Cardinals team total over 4.5 at minus 110. I think they can put up 5 runs against Javier and this Astros pitching staff. But I'm on the Cardinals. I got them at minus 113 yesterday. They're up to a minus 118 now. So a little bit of a line move in my favor there. I'm on St. Louis, and I'm just going to ride with St. Louis in this spot. Maybe look towards, actually, I know I've done this on a few games already, but maybe looking to grab St. Louis first 5 along with full game here. Minus 120. I'm going to grab them as well. First 5 money line, St. Louis minus 120.
No, I mean, they've been playing better as of late.
This is when they start to turn around.
God, they've won 6 out of 8. You know what? That's actually not bad. And I figured they would have a flat spot yesterday.
The flat spot was the Cubbies.
Flat spot was the Cubbies?
Yeah, the Cubbies were the flat spot yesterday.
I figured both of them would be the flat spot traveling back. So
I had a weird feeling about that yesterday.
It is what it is. But I still don't. I don't know if I can trust McCullers. Although 4 out of his last 6 starts, he's allowed 2 runs or less. I got hit up by a Reds team and then the Mets. So I don't know what to do right now. I guess I kind of lean towards St. Louis with you, but not enough for me to really want to to go after it. So I think I'm going to lay off this game as well. Sorry, Nick.
Fair. I'm still waiting for that day I can get you to pull the trigger on St. Louis.
I don't think they do anything, but
yeah. Back to the chat.
Yep. He doesn't know. Going back to the Astros. Have fun. Cardinals are starting to hit. They are. Houston for money line first 5.
No.
Nick likes the Cardinals. I personally am just staying away. Kind of like the Astros. You have fun with that one. Pass. Hey guys, have a great show. We have 26 people watching, only 8 likes. That's not good odds. It's all hit the like button. Dang right. There, just hit the like button. There we go. Hey Steve. Astros first 5 maybe. Under 9. I could see the under. I could see on the under in that game.
I like leading over.
I like Javier, but that's just me. Let's keep on rolling to this game, Nick, which I think we have differing opinions on.
I've already made a play on it last night. I did a free pick video for it. Philadelphia Phillies are at the Chicago Cubs. The Phillies are minus 125 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. We did not have a total last night on the game. It was just the side. Let's take a look at the line history for this one here. Line has moved. Line opened up at minus 120 for the Phillies. It's now up to a minus 130. Line opened up at an 8 this morning at 7:08, and it's now an 8.5 at plus 104. So the line's moved slightly up towards the over in this one. Not a complete half run line movement, but it's moved towards the over. Take a look at the money coming on this game. 67% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the Phillies. The line's moved towards the Phillies. 68% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the under. And the line has moved towards the over. So bigger bets coming in on the more tickets coming in on the over. About even spread because 32% of the tickets, 49% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's moved towards the over in this spot. Looking at Ballpark Pal, Citizens Bank Park today. I lied. It's Wrigley Field. It's the worst hitting conditions today. Minus 10% runs, which is the lowest on the slate. Ooh, I did not mean to click that. Lowest on the slate there because I was just clicking back onto the streamer page.
You meant to click on that.
Totally. Looking at this spot for me, I'm on Philadelphia again. Right back on the Phillies. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm all over the place. I forgot to go over the pitching. Between Aaron Nola and Drew Smyly. Aaron Nola has been better. 3.94 ERA, 0.97 whip, 10.69 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 3.09 walks per 9, a 219 BABIP, a 355 FIP, and a 3.56 Sierra. On the flip side, Drew Smyly, 4.94 ERA, 1.72 whip, 5.93 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%. 4.61 walks per 9, 311 BABIP, a 587 FIP, and a 5.84 Sierra, which is fourth worst on the slate. The only pitchers with the worst Sierras on the slate the last 30 days. Kyle Freeland, Christian Javier, and Patrick Corbin. That's some great company to be in. And let's take a look at the hitting or bullpen advantage. It's kind of split for me, but I give it slightly to the Phillies. 2.8 Sierra compared to 3.06. 104 WRC plus, which is 12th for the Phillies compared to 86, which is versus righties for the Cubbies, which is 26th in baseball. I'm on the Phillies full game, and I'm interested in them first 5 as well. Probably another, minus 135 in the first 5 now. It's another double down spot for me. Phillies first 5, Phillies full game, minus 135, and I got minus 127 last night with the Phillies as well. Are we on differing sides? You said you like.
Yeah, I gave out the Cubbies last night. I like this Cubbies team. At the end of the day, I think that they're going to end up winning the division. So I guess this is my St. Louis. They were in the flat spot yesterday, and I knew that, and I bet against them. This is a Cubbies team that's won 9 out of their last 12 games. Sure, they've lost 2 in a row. One of them was the last game in London, and then the other one was a flat spot. I think this Cubbies team is going to be the one that really starts to turn around. and ultimately take over the Reds. Pirates have kind of digged themselves a hole. We don't talk about the Cardinals. Brewers are still up there, but I think at the end of the day, the Cubbies are going to be the one. I'm high on the Cubbies. And I'll grab a little bit of plus money with Drew Smiley today. Hey, Nick, we had a bunch of plays in the beginning. And now we disagree on a couple. That's fine. Give me the Chicago Cubs.
There you go. Back to the chat.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Cubs today. Yeah, me too. But but Phillies have a decent. Yeah, they do. I agree. I cannot back the Cards. Yeah, nope. Morning, fellas. Ohtani prop came through. Yeah, Ohtani's been insane. Let's cash. Let's do it. Rise, my guy. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's cash again. Morning, gents. Morning, grit and grind. And then Nola, 6 strikeouts today. He could. Definitely could. We've got 4 more MLB games to talk about, Nick.
Yeah, I want to see. I need to look real quick to see if there's any that just got added. Okay, we do have the line for Cleveland and Kansas City, which I can type that in for the next game. But we have the Rangers and the Tigers. The Rangers minus 200 favorites, total 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching or the line history in this one first. Texas, and there we go. Dane Dunning and Joey Wentz. Line opened up at a minus 210. It's down to a minus 195, a 15-cent line movement towards Detroit. Line opened up at a 9.5 at even money. It's up to a 9.5 minus 107, a 7-cent line movement towards the over in this game as well. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. Wow, 70% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the Rangers, and the lines move towards the Tigers. Surely nothing is going to go wrong there. 79% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the over in this game, and the line, I'm trying to remember if it moved towards the over. It has moved 7 cents towards the over. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Joey Wentz has not been particularly great. 4.81 ERA, 1.44 whip, 9.62 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 4.81 walks per 9, a 270 BABIP, but a 5.4 FIP and a 4.56 ERA. On the flip side, Dane Dunning, 4.4 ERA, 1.47 whip, 4.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%, 3.45 walks per 9, a 297 BABIP, a 5.4 FIP, and a 5.53 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Detroit Tigers. 2.72 FIP and a 2.83 Sierra compared to 3.52 and 3.69. The hitting advantage does go towards the Texas Rangers, though 128 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to the Tigers 80, which is 28th. It's really difficult to back the Tigers versus the right-handed pitching. I really wanted to in this spot. I just can't do it. Real quick, Globe Life Field minus 7%, which is the second worst on the slate, according to Ballpark Pal as well. It's a stay off for me. No interest in this one. This one was difficult. I would lean Tigers if I had to bet this game, but at this point, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I have no reason to go after this game either. This one's going to be a stay away. Texas has lost 3 out of their last 4. They got their win yesterday against the Tigers, but I'm not laying minus $2 with Dane Dunning, and I'm not interested in Carson Wentz's brother. So this is another one. I can't seem to get the Rangers right. If I bet on them, they'll score about 1 or 2 runs, maybe. If I bet against them, they'll score double digits. So this is just a game I'm going to stay far away from.
Yeah, no interest whatsoever.
No,
it would be Tigers or nothing. I don't think there's a way you can back the Rangers in this game.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Not a chance. Well, they could win, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Back to the chat.
Yep. Call me crazy. I like Oakland today. You're not crazy. Same. But their pitcher sucks, and that's going to pitch today. Rangers run line and the over. I'm not bothering with it. Rangers are going to start firing cannons today. I don't think so. Maybe Tigers will be my $100 bet. I'd rather bet the Tigers than the Royals, but that's just me. Rangers run line, have fun. And minus 200 lines, lose outright a lot. They could definitely lose outright a lot. So let's keep on rolling to this game, which I'll give you a hint. I'm going to pass on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the numbers for this pitcher so we can do our due diligence for this one, because it's Austin Cox pitching for the Kansas City Royals. And if you're wondering who, I'm wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's scroll on down to Kansas City. I could put him into my spreadsheet so we can get numbers. Let's see if there's any numbers for him. Yes, there are. I don't think he's pitched very much, though. I have a feeling this could be a bullpen game. Let's take a look real quick. He has pitched 3 2/3, 1, 2, 2, 1 2/3, 2. Bullpen game for the Kansas City Royals versus the Guardians here. Wow, this is ugly. Let's get into it. Line history for this one here. Opened up at a minus 130 for the Guardians. It's up to a 133, a 3-cent line movement towards Cleveland. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5 in this one. Let's take a look at the line history for this one here. Or the pitching matchup, my bad. Or no, the money. As we have, there we go. 93% of the tickets and 84% of the catches on the Guardians. 7% of the tickets, 16% of the catches on the Royals. 27% of the tickets and 47% of the catches on the under. The lines move towards the over. Or the lines move towards the over because 73% of the tickets and 53% of the catches on the over. This is a tricky game. Cox, I'm not even going to read off his stats because he's going to go maybe 3 innings. Logan Allen, 4.15 ERA, 1.46 whip, 8.65 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 4.5 walks per 9, a 3.10 BABIP, a 4.34 FIP, and a 4.72 Sierra. Royals bullpen is actually better than Cleveland's. 3.9 FIP and a 3.76 Sierra the last 2 weeks compared to 4.2 and 4.74. So the recent form for the bullpens goes towards Kansas City. Hitting advantage 112 WRC plus, which is 8th for the Guardians, 97, which is 15th for the Royals. This is probably the easiest pass on the slate.
Yes, easiest pass on the slate. It's 2 AL Central teams. The only reason why I bet it yesterday, and I should have bet the under instead of actually betting Guardians, or I should have bet the Guardians money line and laid like minus 140 or whatever, was because of Gavin Williams. I have no interest in this game. Absolutely none. AL Centrals, once again, I proved yesterday I don't get them right. Therefore, don't need to go after it. This one's a stay away spot for me. Everybody else can enjoy this game.
Yeah, have fun. Yeah, have fun with this one.
Cool.
I agree with you. Bet Rangers and Tigers win. Yep. Pass, but over, I guess. And matter of fact, after this game, yeah. Jeepers, my spider senses are telling me Royals. Good luck. We'll move on to this one. The White Sox are at the Angels. The Angels, minus 120 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Giolito and Barria. Line opened up at minus 125 for the Angels. It's down to a 118, so a 7-cent line movement towards the White Sox. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 110. It's an 8.5, minus 116. A 6-cent line movement towards the over. So movements towards the White Sox and the over so far in this game. Let's see if the money correlates. Wowza. 56% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Angels, and the lines move towards the White Sox. 48% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over in this one here, which is kind of interesting as well, which tells me Barria is vulnerable. That's what that tells me there. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Giolito, 2.17 ERA, 1.07 whip, 10.86 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 3.1 walks per nine, a 235 BABIP, a 423 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. On the flip side, Berea, I think, is vulnerable. 2.95 ERA, 1.36 whip, which is good, but when you really look at his advanced stats, he's going to be vulnerable. You're going to see 6.38 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.93 walks per nine, a 273 BABIP, which is not bad. But when you have a FIP of 4.74 and a 5.24 SIERA, I expect regression on that, and I expect you to start getting hit, even if it's against somebody like the White Sox. 3.17 FIP and 3.67 SIERA for the White Sox bullpen, which has the advantage over the Angels bullpen, 5.08 and 4.49. Hitting advantage does go towards the White Sox, 134 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, which is second compared to the White Sox, who have a 90 WRC plus, which is 23rd versus lefties in this one. I do think the White Sox are live in this game. And I would look towards them full game here in this spot rather than first five, because I can see the Angels bullpen imploding in this game. And you're getting plus 108 with Giolito and the White Sox. So I'm going to be on the White Sox here. Plus 108 in this spot, full game.
Yeah, I kind of like Giolito. So I'm down for some Giolito action today. And this is a Angels team that, I mean, they've been good this year in general, but you look at, they're going for the sweep today, right? Today's a getaway day. Do they play tomorrow at all?
I do not know. I haven't even looked at tomorrow. Barely looked at today.
No, they play tomorrow as well. Lance Lynn versus Patrick Sandoval. So no sweep spot today. But no, I'm gonna go after them with you. I kind of like the White Sox today, so we'll run. I think Giolito's gonna have a good, strong rest of the year until the trade deadline, and try to get himself out of Chicago. So that's kind of big motivation there. Take the White Sox with you, plus 108. Looks like 108. I'll run it with you.
Yeah. Let's take a look over at the chat. My breakfast burrito got cold. Damn it. And I'm trying to warm it up with a lighter. There you go. Like the under 9 in the Angels game. Don't hate it. White Sox money line. See it? Pass. Yeah. Smash the like. Football is right around the corner. Football tomorrow. Edmonton and Ottawa.
Football.
New York Rangers. New York Yankees at the Oakland Athletics here in this next spot. The Yankees minus 145 favorites with a total of 7.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this game. Line opened up at a 141. It's up to a 147 now. So the line's actually moved 6 cents towards the Yankees. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to an 8. It's down to a 7.5 now. Line's moved down half a run between Herman and Sears. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game here, as we have 53% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on the Angels or Athletics, and the lines move towards the Yankees. 61% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this one here between Sears and Herman. Herman, my bad. 7.77 strikeouts per nine, which is 1 point and a 1.73 whip. 7.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%. 3.7 walks per nine, a 316 BABIP, a 7.5 FIP, and a 5 SIERA. On the flip side, JP Sears 3.03 ERA, 0.91 whip, 8.49 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 2.12 walks per nine, a 200 BABIP, a 4.92 FIP, and a 4.34 SIERA. For the bullpens, 2.91 ERA FIP and a 3.24 SIERA for the Yankees, which is they have the bullpen advantage, 4.38, 4.72 for the Athletics. Hitting advantage goes towards Oakland, 95 WRC plus, which is 20th versus righties. The Yankees cannot hit lefties, 77 WRC plus, which is 24th in baseball. And looking at this spot, this was super tricky because I had full intentions on betting the Athletics here in this spot. But the line moving against them with the money coming in on them kind of worries me. Like there's big bets coming in on the Athletics, and the books do not seem to care.
Well, it's the A's, so.
I mean, yeah, but usually when we see even small bets on the A's, the line moves towards the A's. The line's moving towards the Yankees, which is going to keep me off this game, not bet the Yankees. I have a feeling the Yankees win this game, which I don't think says much. They're minus 145, minus 150 favorites versus the worst team in baseball. They should win this game. I think the under is probably the best look in this game, but I want nothing to do with it. This is a pass for me.
Sounds good to me. I kind of lean JP Sears and the A's, but I don't need to bet them as often as you do. So I'm gonna stay away from this one as well. If I don't have to bet the A's, I'm not going to bet the A's. They won last night, which kind of makes me like them again today. What's stopping us from thinking that the A's can possibly sweep the Yankees? Clark Schmidt on the mound tomorrow for the Yankees, so maybe you could possibly see a sweep there. I don't know. This just seems like a weird spot, so I'm going to stay away from it, but lean A's.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, back to the chat, Nick.
Here we go. Give me crackhead vibes. Gives out crackhead vibes. Hello, there you go. Oh, who's counting? How much crack can I get? Mystics first quarter, possibly first half, because Austin is out. Dela is playing, which could mean more scoring by Mystics and Sparks money line on possible lockdown defense under. There you go. Okay. Markel, I love college basketball. Who's counting? Yeah. College football, my bad. I like the Mystics today. Nerfy. Don't hate the Nerfy there. Oh, I'm going with the Yankees today. Good luck. I hear ya. A's team total under. I would lean more towards Yankees team total over. FSU. Now you want to ride the wave. You rode the wave yesterday. I'm getting off the wave today, which means they're going to win. Led to the last game of the slate here in this spot. Tampa Bay, minus 150 favorites, total of 9.5. It's your boy pitching today, Tim. Zach Eflin versus Zach Davies in this matchup. Opened up at 145. It's up to a 148. So a 3-cent line movement towards the Rays. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5. So up a half a run and a couple cents towards the Rays. Let's take a look at where the money's coming in on this one here. Good God, 92% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, boy. The line's moving towards the Rays, but not enough for my liking. 57% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved towards the over. I think that's probably the better look in this game, looking at it a little bit deeper. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Zach Eflin, 3.68 ERA, 1.06 whip, 9.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%. 2.45 walks per 9, a 280 BABIP, a 279 FIP, and a 3.31 ERA. He's been awesome. His road numbers are not as good as his home numbers, but Zach Davies, 8.54 ERA, 1.9 whip, 7.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 4.1 walks per 9, a 4.02 BABIP, 3.38 FIP, and a 4.92 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes about even. 3.1 FIP, 3.6 SIERA for the Diamondbacks, 3.42 FIP, 3.25 SIERA for the Tampa Bay Rays. Hitting spot on. 117 WRC plus for both these teams versus right-handed pitching. I think we're going to see some offense in this game. 9.5. I think we see double digits in this game. So I like the over in this spot. What number can I get for it here? Minus 117, over 9.5 in this one.
I agree. The Arizona Diamondbacks have a really good offense, especially at home. And yes, it's my boy Zach Eflin, but at the same time, it's Zach Eflin on the road. And it's a different Zach Eflin on the road than at home. Home road splits 2.17 ERA and an 8-0 record at home, Nick. 1-3 with a 5.08 on the road.
Yeah.
I could see Arizona winning this game as well. I kind of lean Arizona, but I'm going to go with the over. I just think runs get scored in this game. Hopefully most of them are Arizona runs, because I really don't want Zach Eflin's statistics to get hit hard. But
I do think they get to Davies.
Yeah, I think. I think they get to Davies. But over in this game, 100%.
All right, back to the chat.
I'm putting the play up on the site real quick.
Okay, let me start to type out my Twitter post. Let's take a look here. Boo! No. Right. Rays money line and the over 9. Yeah, I like the over this game. Tampa. Yeah. Anyone likes USA versus St. Kitts tonight in soccer? Also, anybody like Mexico versus Panama later this week in soccer? I do not cap the kick the ball sport. Fernando says, Daryl, I like USA versus St. Kitts. I got to see the lineup first, but they have a decent lineup. I see 3-0, 4-0, 4-1 USA. They're putting young players 1-0, 2-0. USA game is juiced, especially for goals. There you go. I like JP Sears' revenge against his old team that traded him to Oakland. I like that look. Mexico money line against Panama, maybe the over 2.5. All right, that is everything for baseball, and we are going to move into some basketball. WNBA, the LA Sparks, Chicago Sky -3 with a total of 157.5. Let's get the line history up in this spot here. See if it's still where it is. Line is a 2.5 now for the Spark for this game. Line opened up at a 3.5. It's down to a 2.5. It's moved a point towards the Sparks since the opening. Line opened up at a 162. It immediately went down within 15 minutes to 157.5. Since then, it's moved down 2 more points to 155.5. A massive line movement towards the under in this game, and a decent line movement towards the Sparks. And I'm interested in the Sparks here, just money line in this game. The Sparks have been struggling as of late, and they are on the road, which is why they're the dog. Line, I'm seeing some spots where the line opened up at the pick'em, but they have won back-to-back games. The Sparks versus the Dallas Wings. I think they can continue that going into this one here. With the line movement. Oh, where's the money coming in on this? Let me look at that. That's usually something I look at too. As we have 53% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the Sky, and the lines move towards the Sparks. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab the Sparks on the money line here at plus 125 in this game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the Sparks. This is a Chicago team. They're not the same team as last year. 5-9 right now. They've lost 6 straight games. They only covered in one of those games. This is also a Chicago team that's 2 years off of winning a championship. They traded a couple of their big players. They're just not going to be the same team that they were. And this is a Sparks team I think is coming up, and I think is going to be a good team. They've won 2 straight games against a Dallas team that a lot of people are pretty high on. And I think this is going to be a good spot for the Sparks to keep it rolling, get another win, and maybe look towards the under as well. Although their last 3 wins were all against Dallas, so we'll see how that one goes. But now this is another Spark spot for me. I'm going to keep backing them.
Yeah, I like that.
Opinions on taking NHL futures on either Nashville Predators, Seattle Kraken, or Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. No,
Avalanche are the future, so no. If you want I like the Kraken a little bit as the long shot. I have a couple teams I have written down that I'm looking at, and it is the New Jersey Devils, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I believe I had one in the West written down. I want to say Edmonton written down in the West, but they need to address a few things before I want to back Edmonton. And Seattle is a decent long shot. Colorado's the favorite. I don't know if I particularly want to look at them. I like their addition of Ross Colton they got this morning. They'll add a little bit of a nice little grindy third line, fourth line type of guy. And Nashville, not this year, but maybe in a year or two when Barry Trotz has a little bit of time to build a team as the GM there. I do trust Barry Trotz and everything he does. I would probably lean towards maybe if you want to back the Nashville Predators in any way, shape, or form, just take them to win the division or not win the division, but make the playoffs. just to take them to make the playoffs, because I can see a couple teams falling off. I can see Winnipeg, I think, is going to fall off a little bit. Maybe Minnesota as well. But I also see St. Louis and Nashville being better this year. So,
Sabres for the cup. Soccer stuff. Okay. Let's head to the final game.
Yes. Where we have the Atlanta Dream and the Washington Mystics. Mystics minus 5.5 favorites, total 163 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, as this line is dropped. It opened up at a 157. It did get up to that 163. It's now down to a 161. So it's moved two points since I typed up the game, but it's still moved towards. It's actually within 2 minutes. It went from 157.5 to 161. One thing with looking at Bet Online numbers for WNBAs, they put out the lines way too early, and you'll see stupid lines on these WNBA games that last like a minute. But and this line opened up at a 13.5, but within 14 minutes it's a 5. Or my bad, within 3 minutes it's a 6. And since that's 6, we're gonna call it a 6. Opened up, the lines moved a half point towards the Dream. But it was 6 juice towards it. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. 96% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is coming on the under in this spot. And then 43% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is coming in on the Dream. Kind of feels a little like a public dog here in this spot, especially when the line has really not moved too much in their direction since the correction, because it went from a 13.5 to a 6 to a 5 immediately. And then it's worked its way back up to a 5.5. So I kind of think this is a Mystic spot. I kind of like the Washington Mystics in this game at 5.5 in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab them. 2 sides for me today after 2 totals for me yesterday. Washington Mystics minus 5.5 against the Dream.
I like the under. I'm not going to let last game deter me off of it when the Mystics went over for the second time this year in overtime. So I'm not going to let that one bother me. I think this is a good, obviously it's the best defensive team in the WNBA, only allowing 73 points a game, almost 74 points a game. And when it comes to it, I think they'll be able to slow down Atlanta. And Washington is the second lowest scoring team in the WNBA. Let's see. The only team that's a worse scoring team is the Phoenix Mercury. This is a spot. I'm going to continue to back unders in the Washington game. So under between the Mystics and the Dream.
Luck.
Sounds good. Back to the chat. More soccer stuff. All right. Well, that's all the games we'll talk about for today, Nick. You know what that means?
Yes, I know what that means. It is time for
Housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all that good stuff with your solid support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, Merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the .com website, all linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel every morning at 7 a.m. when there's enough games to do it. That's always over there. And then check out SeatGeek for your concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Today, we grab the over in the Braves game, which is going to start in a couple minutes. Grab the over in the Nationals game. I grab the Padres run line. We grab the Orioles run line. And then we go all the way down. White Sox. I kind of like the A's, the over in the Arizona game. And then the Sparks and the under in the Mystics game.
Yeah, I'm on Minnesota, Atlanta over 10. On Washington, Seattle over 8.5. Baltimore full game -1. San Diego first 5 -1/2, full game -1. Mets first 5 money line Cardinals first 5 money line, full game money line. Phillies first 5 full game. White Sox money line, and the Rays and Arizona over 9.5. In the WNBA, I'm on the LA Sparks at plus 125, and I'm on the Washington Mystics at minus 5.5.
Sounds good. That's going to do it for this edition of. Oh, 2 comments. My bad. Thing and housekeeping. Yeah. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow, 10:30, with another edition. Bye-bye.